MikeWithTechBB, and today we're going to show you how to take apart and service a Custom Products Regulator. I love these regulators, one of some of the best regulators on the market, but some people have issues with them, cleaning them and stuff like that, so we'll show you how to take it apart. Alright, first thing you want to do is go ahead and unscrew the top part. Okay, now some of these sections are generally pressed together pretty hard, so sometimes you're going to have to stick them in a vise. One tip is if you stick the middle section into a vise, the top piece does have a Allen key, a nice 3/8 Allen key here that you can stick into and unscrew the top piece from the middle piece. And then what you want to do is go ahead and unscrew the bottom piece. Okay. Now what we're going to do here is we're going to mostly just focus on the bottom two pieces. The top piece, there's nothing really inside here or any sort of serviceable parts other than this O-ring that's right up here at the top. Now what you want to do is, we'll start with the middle piece, is go ahead and take a pin and stick it into the hole here on the bottom, and that should just about push the spring stack out. Okay, it's on its way out. We'll push it down there. Okay, out we go. Okay, now inside here you just want to kind of run your finger. Make sure your finger's clean. Just kind of run your finger there on the inside and make sure that there's no dirt or anything like that. Now we have the regulator spring stack here in front of us. We can go ahead and line these up. Now inside of the you've got 6 of these washers here. Okay, and some are going to be faced like this, and some are going to be faced like this. What you do is you line the washers up with the concave facing towards the metal. So that's how you line your washers up. So you want to take it, if you're looking at your piston like this, what you do is take your first washer, face it down, and then face it up, face it down, face it up, face it down, face it up, so that when your washers are done, when you're done with your stack, the end washers are going to look like this. Okay, so they're going to look like this, not like that at the end. So they're going to look like this. So now that we've got the washer stack put together properly, what you're just going to want to do is get some Dow 55. Okay, and you just want to put a little bit down here at the bottom, like that, and a little bit around this main O-ring here. You go on and inspect this main O-ring, make sure that there is no nicks or scratches or cuts on it. Okay, so just get a nice amount of lube there. And then what you're going to do is go ahead and stick this back up through the regulator top. So you got to get that lined up just right, and it goes through. Okay, we'll just go ahead and clean off the excess Dow 55 that we had there at the end. Okay, so we've serviced that part. Now this part, the piston down here at the bottom, is a little bit tricky. What I suggest doing is go ahead and press this down flat, and then what you do is take your screw here and screw this in until it stops. Okay, so go all the way down until it stops. Then you get yourself a pair of needle nose pliers and pull this piston out. Okay, now it's out. And what you just want to do is inspect this for any debris, any metal shavings or anything like that. Now you do have to be very careful because inside here there is a metal bearing that will fall out. So okay, here comes the metal ball. And this is the metal ball that's used to adjust the pressure. So if you look at the piston here, you're going to see that it's cut at an angle. You want the big mouth portion pointed towards the screw. So you'll see that on one side. On one side it's very shallow. On the other side it's a very deep cut. You want the deep cut facing towards the screw. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and just kind of take the ball here and just make sure there's no dirt on it or anything like that. Stick it back down into the hole. Okay. And then what we'll do is we'll take our piston and lube it with a little bit of Dow 55. You don't have to overdo it, but a nice thin film. And what we'll do is go ahead and stick the piston back down inside there Like I told you guys, you want to take the deep part, the big cut, and face it towards the screw. Oops. Okay. All right. Drop it in there. There we go. Okay, and it's in there. Now what you can do is just test it, back the screw all the way out, and you should feel this sled start to move down. So let's go ahead and back the screw out. All right. And we can feel that sled, or this piston here, goes almost completely flat down to the bottom. So back this out just a little bit more. All right. And that drops down a little bit more, and then we'll test it by screwing it in. And as we screw it in, we can feel it raising. Okay, so we know we've put together the sled, the piston together properly. Okay, so that's together. And then from here, basically the reassembly is very easy. Go ahead and take the bottom piece, screw it to the mid piece, take the mid piece, make sure that there's no dirt or debris inside there, take the mid piece, screw it to the top piece. That's it. So that's it for taking apart a Custom Products Regulator. It's very hard. It's very hard sometimes to get these pieces apart. I definitely recommend maybe a vise with a jar opener in it to clamp this part down, and then using a strap wrench to take them apart. They do torque these halves together, or these thirds together, very, very snugly. So sometimes these regs can be very much of a pain in the ass to take these things apart. But probably with a strap wrench and a vise, you should be able to get it together and take it apart pretty quick. So hopefully this helps you take apart and service your Custom Products Regulator. Thanks for tuning in.